Now back to our local top story. 22 people needed medical help after breathing problems.
It came after they were vaping. It drew national headlines. Is it a problem here? Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Zach Worthington looked into it and has our other top story. Zach?
Yeah, Rod and Megan, fortunately these reports have not reached Nebraska as of now, but it has opened a conversation about safety with e-cigarettes and vapes. Nearly 24 people in 3 Midwestern states were hospitalized with severe breathing problems linked to vaping, and their doctors are not sure why. 4 of the cases happened in Minnesota, while 12 occurred in Wisconsin and 6 in Illinois. All of the patients reported vaping prior to their hospitalization.
Clearly, there could be potential damage to the lungs. There may be genetic susceptibilities to some of these agents that may be within these products.
Their symptoms were those of a bad respiratory infection like pneumonia. But instead of getting better with treatment, it got worse, and some ended up in the ICU. Many of them were teens or young adults, which aligns with the largest age demographic of vape users. Dr. Trapp says stricter guidelines are needed, and he wants to see more long-term studies done.
That's a real concern for me because we don't know if they start vaping at a young age, will that transition to higher doses? Will that transition to combustion cigarettes? Really unknown at this point in time.
It is important to note that some of the hospitalized people reported buying their vapes from off the street and not from a reputable vape shop. Sam Salema is the president and CEO of Aloma Vapes in Lincoln. He thinks it's important for people to know that if you buy your vapes from the growing black market, you're putting yourself at risk. And he believes National Headlines has done a poor job of covering the health benefits that vaping can have.
A lot of people come in and say, oh my God, I think this is more dangerous than smoking. That's what I heard on the news. And this is doing a public health disservice. We have made significant strides in the United States in getting people off cigarettes.
Sam was a chronic smoker for most of his life, and with the help of vapes, he hasn't smoked in over 10 years. He got into this business to help others like him and wants people to know that vapes are not for everyone.
My advice is, if someone has not smoked, they shouldn't vape. That's the #1 rule.
Sam says a real problem facing the industry right now is people putting drugs like THC oil or even heroin into vapes and selling them to make a quick buck. He's very strict at his store. They always check IDs and you have to be 18. He's disappointed to see young people using them to get a buzz off of nicotine.
But it's not something that is as good as fresh air. So if you don't smoke, please don't vape. And if you're gonna vape, get your vape from an organization that actually pays attention.
These incidents in the Midwest have spurred new conversations about implementing FDA guidelines for e-cig and vaping products, and officials are still hoping to figure out what was in the products that made those 22 people sick. It's all under investigation.